why did Turkey provide zero grip for the drivers? We came to Istanbul Park last weekend expecting some serious speeds from these modern-day F1 cars. How wrong the likes of Verstappen and Albon were for saying this. Let's talk about turn 8. Guys, how do you see that corner being taken today in modern-day cars?
Easy flat.
Ice
Boring.
First lap, you want to make a bet?
Out that.
You want to make a bet that I'm gonna go flat, and I'll show you that it was flat.
I wish I'd kind of taken Max up on that bet now. Anyway, it looked as though this newly resurfaced track was sat there waiting to welcome F1 cars with open arms. But how wrong we all were. Why was it the complete opposite to what we were expecting? Let's answer all the questions you must be craving the answers for. Only 2 weeks prior to the F1 circus arriving in Turkey, the track was resurfaced, which you'd think would be a good thing. It wasn't. It was smoother than a baby's bottom, and there were plenty of oils to be worked out of the track's surface. Combine all of this with the fact the temperatures were low too, meant that during Friday practice, drivers found it near impossible to get the tyres working anywhere near their optimum range. You may be wondering why Pirelli decided to choose the hardest compound of dry tyres, the C1, C2 and C3. Well, they made this decision on the basis that the track would not have been resurfaced and tyre warm-up would not have been an issue, as it was a particularly harsh circuit for tyre wear previously. If you didn't think the circuit was slippery enough, rain has entered the chat. The combination of these standing oils on the track and the incredibly smooth surface and water is, you guessed it, troublesome, treacherous, whatever you want to call it. Spare a thought for the drivers of the road cars that were lapping the circuit on Friday night, desperately trying to lay some grip down for when the drivers headed out, only for it to rain and all of their efforts were literally flushed down the drain. It turns out that the whole thinking behind this was rather pointless anyway, as in previous times tracks have attempted to be dried by running road cars around them, with zero success other than a few of them ending up on their roofs. Another question is, why did Bottas struggle for grip so much more than Hamilton in the same car? Well, although he got no damage in the first of his 6 spins at turn 1 lap 1, he managed to pick up steering and front wing end plate damage from smashing into Ocon at turn 9. That then led to the car being tricky to drive and behaved very differently between left and right-handers. Because of the damage, correcting rear-ended slides was problematic, hence the spins. Then spins led to tyre temperature loss and even less grip, hence more sliding. A horrendous cycle that must have been incredibly rage-inducing. Speaking of Hamilton, let's talk about his intermediaries, slintermediates, whatever you want to call them. Tyre management was an incredibly crucial role in allowing Hamilton to win, and also Perez to finish second. They wore their intermediates down in such a way that allowed them to maintain tyre temperature, not break down the tyre in such a way that it fell off the cliff, and also helped to transition them into the damp conditions they were facing. The middle part of the tyre essentially wore down to become somewhat of a soft tyre, as the intermediates are a much softer compound than the dry tyres. Hence why even Lando said post-race that he was taking some corners faster with worn intermediates than he had done at any point in the weekend on the dries. There you have it. Fascinating stuff, eh? I doubt we'll be seeing anything like this again, but if we do, we know we're in for an absolute barnstormer of a race. What did you enjoy most about the Turkish Grand Prix? Let us know in the comment section below.